I don't know if you guys can hear it, like the ice cream man's playing, like they have the truck. Jess and I, we went and got the ice cream man one day, like a few months back, and like they've raised their prices a bit. Like a popsicle was like $5. You guys have to be able to pick that up. I'm gonna roll with it though. So I don't know about you guys, there's periods of time where I have ebbs and flows to my jiu-jitsu with just about everything, right? Like right now I'm in this period where I'm really enjoying gi training again. Like most of the time I tend to lean towards no gi. I feel like as an older guy, I know this is contrary to what a lot of you guys think. As an older guy, I'm not old, but damn it, I'm getting a little bit older. I'm almost 40 now, I'm 38. And as I train more, I can train, or as I train as I get older, I can train more no gi. It doesn't hurt me as much. Whereas the gi, like I can still slow things down, but it wears me out a little bit more, right? And so I feel like I can train more in no gi than I can in the gi. Still that case, it's still that way, but the last few weeks I've really enjoyed being back in the kimono and training a bit in it. And so had a great night tonight and I'm training. And that idea of ebbs and flows and difficulties, I think it's important because I recently got a question from a guy around my same age, but he's a brown belt. And he said he's hitting this like sticky point. We all hit sticky points, right? We all do those different things. That's one of the reasons why I created an ebook on drilling strategies specifically to break past those. There's a link somewhere here for it if you want to get it. I wanted to share him a story, maybe you guys want to hear it too, about when I got to the point where I literally felt like demoting myself. So back in 2009, if my aging memory serves me correct, I was went down to train with my now coach, Sean Hammonds, in Nashville with my best friend, Chris. We went down there together and we trained for a full week. I was a brown belt at the time and he was a blue belt. And so we went down there to train, and the training sessions were tough. At the time, Sean was pumping out a lot of guys, a lot of champions out of there. And so, you know, me at the time, I was by myself teaching. I didn't really have anybody to coach me full time. So I needed something. I needed someone to give me something, right? And there's only so much you can get from instructionals. It really does help to have that hands-on experience and be in that kind of room. And so I wanted to go down there. I wanted to have tough roles. I wanted to learn everything that I could. And I got that. And it was difficult. I remember going down there and Sean would basically pair me up with the black belts, then the brown belts, and I would just work my way down to the blue belts. And I remember getting just trashed by some of these really tough competitive blue belts who were drilling all the time and they were training all the time. And I remember in the middle of that week, I sent a text message to my buddy Dave. And I said, Dave, man, like, it's so tough down here. You know, it's like the room is just really tough. Everybody's good. I just want to take this damn belt off, right? I was like, I want to demote myself to purple belt. I don't feel like I'm upholding this brown belt very well. I still was having a hell of a time fighting there. But when I left, I got exactly what I wanted, right? It's interesting how this works. A lot of times we sign up for things and we know shit's going to be difficult. We know things are going to be rough. And then when we hit those hard points, those difficult points, we get frustrated by it and we want to give up, or we want to quit, or we want to demote ourselves, or whatever it is, right? We want to, by the way, I was only half joking about demoting myself. I wasn't giving up. But again, we get frustrated by these moments. And it's understandable why, right? But we signed up for this. And it's in those moments, those difficult points, those sticky points, like we knew that it was going to be difficult. And then here we are. Hey, this is what that feels like. Here you go. And something that I've learned through jiu-jitsu, and it's crossed over to everything else that I do in life, right, is when I hit those frustrating moments, it's like you have to practice with this. You know, it's one of those things where you can say you can listen to motivational quotes, you can listen to podcasts where people talk about this stuff, but it's another thing to actually put it in practice. It's like the difference between watching a video of a technique, drilling the technique slowly, and actually hitting that sucker during a live round. Those are different spectrums, right? But showing gratitude towards those really difficult things, because that particular instance where I was getting in particular, my butterfly guard was just getting trashed by everybody because I didn't have a really good way to stay connected to people. And so on my back, I had felt going down to Nashville, I felt like I had a great butterfly guard. I get down there and everybody's trashing it. I left that experience, cicadas. I don't know what part of the world you guys are in. I don't know if you got them, but we get them and they're loud. It made me want to work on my butterfly guard game a lot. And then I also left with better ideas on how to drill and train and everything else. I got exactly what I wanted from that trip. As frustrating as it was at points, I got exactly what I wanted. And so to my brown belt friend who messaged me, again, we all go through those sticky points, right? Our games and our focuses and how we feel about jiu-jitsu, it's just ebbs and flows all the time, bro. It's like, I consider it like a relationship, right? You have your good days and you have your bad days. You have the days that are just here, you know. I feel like most of us have a lot more good days, right? But also, too, be grateful for those things, because, again, I can look back at that experience, at least for me, and I know my butterfly guard game is better because of it. I look back at the way that I started drilling afterwards, and I know that it made a big difference as far as making me better at jiu-jitsu. And so whatever difficulty you're going through right now, it's going to make you better on the other end if you get over it, right? So be thankful for it. I literally say this to myself anytime I run into some snag or some difficult situation. It doesn't matter what it is now. I'm always like, I'm glad it's here. I'm glad it's here because I'm going to be better for it, right? I think Jocko, what does Jocko say? Good, right? You can say that. You can say whatever you want to, but basically be grateful for it. I remember last year, I couldn't sleep. I had this weird bout of insomnia. I don't know what it was. It was like this mixture of insomnia and anxiety that was going on. And it was new to me. I'd never had that before. And I remember one night, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I had taken NyQuil and I was trying to go to sleep. I still couldn't sleep. Every ounce of my body wanted to go to sleep. I still couldn't sleep for whatever reason. I remember laying there with my eyes closed and the hours would pass. But I was like, it's all right. I'm grateful that it's happening because I'm going to get over this eventually. And then I'm going to learn some tricks along the way. And then I can share them with my students or one of you guys if should you ever be in that same situation. And again, when you go into the gym and you're going through stuff, it's the same thing. You know, be grateful you're having those. Be grateful your buddy just shut your game down. Be grateful that white belt just kicked your butt. Be grateful that, you know, you went to the tournament and you got smashed and you're going to have to get better for it, right? Be grateful for them. You know, again, it happened. So what are you going to do with it? You can let it get you depressed. You can let it get you down and let it ruin your experience. Or you can look at it for what it is. It's a chance to get better. And again, some of you guys are going to comment, you're going to say some nice motivational quote that you've heard and stuff like that. And that's completely cool. But again, when the role is now put onto you, at some point when you're sitting in a situation and stuff gets difficult, throw away the motivational quotes. It's fine to have them, but put it into practice, right? Because that's really what it is. It's a practice. And we all mess it up sometimes. And then sometimes we get it right. It's a practice, just like a technique. You got to get your reps in with it. And so when you guys have some difficult situation like that, put it into practice. So yeah, that was the time that I almost felt like demoting myself as a brown belt. But to my brown belt friend, you're going through something. It's difficult. It'll be all right. You'll be better for it on the other side. Guys, I'll talk to you next time.